Welcome, everyone. What a great turnout for a fantastic evening celebrating an amazing leader. I'm David Mitchell, Vice President, College Advancement at Bow Valley College. I'll be your MC for the evening. And I'd like to start by recognizing that this evening we're on the traditional land of the Blackfoot Confederacy and Métis Nation Zone 3. With us this evening are elected representatives from all levels of government. Also, our generous sponsors. We couldn't do this without their support. Members of the Bow Valley College Board of Governors, former members of the board, the executive and senior administration of the college, learners and alumni, members of Sharon Carey's family, and of course, all of us, friends of Sharon this evening. Welcome to you all. It feels a bit like a homecoming this evening, don't you agree? Ladies and gentlemen, our very special guest of honor, Sharon Carey, has had a truly magnificent career so far. And it's hard to believe that she's been president and CEO of Bow Valley College for almost 20 years. In 1997, Sharon was hired to lead the college through its transition from a provincially administered institution to a public board-governed college. And the rest, as they say, is history. This evening you're going to hear a bit about that history and Sharon's extraordinary accomplishments. But first, join me for just a moment to cast your mind back to the year 1997. What was going on in our world in 1997? Well, I'll remind you, the President of the United States was Bill Clinton. Canada's Prime Minister was Jean Chrétien. Alberta's Premier, Ralph Klein. The Mayor of Calgary, Al Dewar. And as everyone here tonight knows, Calgary and the province have changed a great deal since 1997. The population has continued to soar, and the city also looks a lot different than it did in 1997. The 10 tallest buildings that today dominate Calgary's skyline, well, only 4 of them existed in 1997. Oh, and in the world of sports, in 1997, the Stampeders were on the rise. The following year, in 1998, they won their 4th Grey Cup. And this Sunday, my guess, this Sunday, my guess, my fervent hope, is they're going to win their 8th Grey Cup. And you know what? I'm really counting on our mayor, Naheed Nenshi, winning his friendly wager with the mayor of Ottawa, Jim Watson, and that on Monday, the mayor of Ottawa will not only be wearing a Stampeders jersey, but he will be reciting an original poem composed by Naheed Nenshi. We're all looking forward to that, Your Worship. Meanwhile, since 1997, Bow Valley College has doubled enrollment, introduced dozens of new programs, embraced a new mandate as Calgary and Region's comprehensive community college, expanded and opened our South Campus, and substantially renovated our North Campus. We've increased revenues largely through entrepreneurial efforts, and all of it, under the determined and inspiring leadership of Sharon. Ladies and gentlemen, with a consistency of vision and a dedicated focus on learners, Sharon has led the college to be the largest and fastest growing community college in Alberta. And it's been such an honor getting to know her and working with her. Sharon has received numerous awards and honors, including the Alberta Order of Excellence. And anyone who's seen her this evening can see that she's wearing some of her honors proudly. Last year, she was given an honorary title and received a Blackfoot name, Nibatapi Esksinamatstuki, which is translated as lifelong educator, very appropriately. We're very pleased that Elder Leonard Bastine, former head chief of the Piikani Nation, who helped preside over the naming ceremony for Sharon, is with us this evening. And I'd now like to invite Elder Bastine to the stage to offer blessings and make some brief remarks. Please welcome Leonard Bastine.
Okay. I bring you greetings on behalf of my ancestors, and it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be with all the esteemed individuals in this room. A bit overwhelmed, but nevertheless I too want to acknowledge the individual that's honored tonight, this evening. You know, one of the reasons that we honored her this past little while, we gave her one of our highest honors. We gave her the eagle, golden eagle feather headdress, and it's given to individuals that provide leadership and honor for our people. And definitely Sharon definitely, deserved that recognition from our people. My first recognition of that was going into the Bow Valley College and having witness to a ceremony of opening of a center that represents the Aboriginal community and supports the Aboriginal community. And education today is definitely, a gift for our people to bring us forward, on the level playing field with society. So that's one of our appreciations in honoring Sharon, was giving her that headdress and the name and the honor. But for me, I am honored and privileged to be here, with also our brother, His Worship, Mayor Nenshi. We gave him the name to the clan leader, and he definitely lives up to that name in every aspect. But my blessing today this evening is for the leadership to continue to lead us into the needs and comforts that we take for granted. Special blessings for Sharon, special blessings for the college, special blessings for my brother, head chief of Chiniki Nation that's here today, and all my brothers across this country, brothers and sisters, and everybody here, so that we move forward and we have success in our lives, and especially for Sharon to be given blessings for her achievements and her future endeavors. With that, I'll say a few words in my first language. Ayos to bad appeal. Spumos and a bad episcini march. Oh, you mock the crow, Guisp. Chicaka soka being Hanik. upäätapiisnik anaqsikimmis anaqitapaaqarkiutuusaniqakanaassukkaapi aqsikkinaskorsatis taakei taamaapspik taakanishtaaspikutitista ogin haamuksni timoipiukinaanex kaqqokanaassukkaapi hanik taappaskiipuaq ogin soloqpatsimuis kan hanaknitishko kanakanaamianischiitstappiikoanaknitishko ogin aqsaaqaatuupinaan hanik seippumaapik ogi kukkinaan hanakanaassukkaapi oginom taappispinaan aqsiitaamastuimspina qokanaassukkaapiin hanam kanorsun kimmaatuukina ogin tukamaannippi taama nokuusiks tissukuusiks ogina biusinis tuotsima kaamuttaanarsaatupis. Following traditions of my Blackfoot chiefs and leaders, I'll sing a chief song. It's the sacred white buffalo song to give us blessing, healing, and guidance for our future and our presence this evening. Natu sium oh go Stamps go.
Thank you, Elder Bastien. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to introduce and give a warm welcome to the Honourable Marlon Schmidt. Minister Schmidt was elected to the Legislative Assembly of Alberta on May 5th, 2015. He represents the constituency of Edmonton Gold Bar, although you'd never know it because he's sure spending a lot of time here in Calgary. Since February 2nd, 2016, he served as our Minister of Advanced Education. He sits on the Legislative Review Committee, the Social Policy Committee, and the Climate Leadership Policy Committee. Minister Schmidt's background prior to serving in the legislature was in the site remediation and hydrogeology fields. From 2008 to 2015, he worked for Alberta Environment as a soil and groundwater contamination specialist. He earned a Master of Science degree in Applied Environmental Geosciences in Germany, following a Bachelor of Science degree from Queen's University. And I'm pleased to say that he's now very familiar with Bow Valley College, having visited our campus several times since becoming our minister. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a welcome to the Honourable Marlon Schmidt.
Well, thank you, David, for that warm welcome, and greetings to all of you. It's a pleasure to be here. I have to say that although I'm not particularly excited to see the Stamps in the playoffs this year and not Edmonton, I think there is one thing that unites Albertans, and that's we all cheer against Ottawa, so we have that in common. But it's also a pleasure to be here to celebrate the legacy of Sharon Carey, a wonderful leader in Alberta's advanced education system. Sharon, you're particularly lucky to have something like this because most people have to wait until their funerals for this many people to say nice things about them. And this event is better not only because we get to eat during the service, but also because you're here to listen to the nice things that we have to say about you. So, as advanced education minister, I often say that I have the best job in government because the work that advanced education does is so critical to the future of the province of Alberta. And we have an advanced education system in this province that is the envy of the rest of the country, whether it's the universities, which are the best in the country, or the technical training and the apprenticeship training system that is the best in the country, or our colleges that are the best in the country. The rest of Canada looks to Alberta's system with envy, and I'm so proud to be the spokesperson for a fantastic system that we've been able to build here in Alberta. And a large part of that legacy is due to the work that Sharon has done for many years. Sharon David was talking about her joining Bow Valley College in 1997, and she looked at me and she said, "You were probably in high school when..." It's not far off. I was in my second year of university. And I'm probably minister number 30-something that you've seen in your time in the system. But I appreciate not only your leadership to the entire system, your commitment to the education of the students of Alberta, but also your commitment to educating ministers like me, because it's not a simple system to understand, and it's people like you who have that institutional memory, that long continuous service with the system that we rely on so that we can make positive changes for the students of Alberta. So with that, Sharon, congratulations on many years. I know that you can look back on a proud legacy that the people of Alberta will be grateful for many years to come. So I wish you all the best in your future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Minister. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the first course of the meal. We're going to continue with the program. And now it's my pleasure to invite His Worship, Mayor Naheed Nenshi, to the stage. Mayor Nenshi, as everyone knows, is Calgary's 36th mayor and recently announced he's going to be seeking a third term. Why? Because there's more work to be done. Mayor Nenshi's leadership has resulted in many positive changes to our city, keeping Calgarians moving and transforming our local government to reinforce a culture of citizen-focused improvement. Prior to becoming our mayor, he was Canada's first tenured professor in the field of nonprofit management at Mount Royal University's Bissett School of Business. And he was also a trusted business advisor to corporate leaders in Canada and in the United States. His real passion is making cities, especially Calgary, work better. Mayor Nenshi grew up here in Calgary and has lived and worked in cities around the world before returning home. He holds a Bachelor of Commerce degree with distinction from the University of Calgary and a Master's in Public Policy from the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard, where he studied as a Kennedy Fellow. We count on him as a real friend of Bow Valley College. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Mayor, Naheed Nenshi.
Thank you so much. I always say they should just say, "Here's the mayor," and let people eat. Well, it is an extraordinary pleasure, though a bittersweet one, to be here with all of you tonight. And let me start by saying, "Oki nitsugwa, amba wastich, dada nastada, Tanshi, Buju." I have managed to screw up 5 Indigenous languages in under 1 sentence. But on days like today, and I know this is particularly important for Sharon to remember, I like to remind people that we celebrate today on very ancient land, that we celebrate on a place where people have been coming for thousands of years, to this place called Mokinstis, the elbow, the place where 2 rivers meet. They have been coming here to hunt and fish and trade and build families and fight sometimes, to have great victories, to taste bitter disappointment, but above all, to build community for one another. And so as we continue to celebrate this great community builder in Sharon Carey today, we remember that we do that in a place where we've been building community for thousands of years. And in this time in the world, in the history of the world, where the world sometimes feels like the forces that would tear us apart are prevailing over those that will bring us together, I think it's important for us to remember that this has always been a place of welcome. The original inhabitants of this land, the Nitsitapi, the people, we call them the Blackfoot people now, have always welcomed others to this place. Whether from the north, the Beaver people, the Tsuut'ina people, or the Stoney people, the Nakota people, or the Métis people with whom we walk hand in hand, or in particular, for the last 150 years, people from every single corner of this earth, welcomed here to this place of safety, of sanctuary, but above all, to this place of opportunity. And I say all of that today because that's what I thought about when I was thinking about Sharon and her impact on our community. I know all of you have only one question in your mind. You couldn't quite make it to 20, Sharon? But in reality, she started 19 years ago when the minister was in his second year of university. I myself was 10 years old. So I'm pretty sure I'm 29 now. Might have stopped counting at some point. And I've been able to work with Sharon for these last 6 years as mayor, but I've known her for long before that. Sharon has been a community builder her entire life in this community, from serving on the Imagine Calgary Sustainability Roundtable, which is how I first got to know her, to continuing to be a great neighbor. You know, I'm in the college at least a few times a week because the cafeteria is the closest food service to my office, and the pizza is outstanding. You know, Sharon, I'm reminded that my favorite part of the college is not there anymore. You know, I walked into the college a couple of years ago to be confronted by a giant portrait of myself. And I thought to myself, how wonderfully African dictator-esque, I like it. Until I realized it was made of gumballs. I wasn't quite sure what the political statement in all of that was, but Sharon, I look forward to your gumball portrait being up at some point soon. But you know, we are all here to honor Sharon, and we're all going to say very many, many nice things about her. But all of those nice things are extremely well-deserved. But don't make a mistake, she's not a softie. I got to be her neighbor. I got to negotiate with her on stuff. And she is as tough as nails in doing what is right, not just for the college, but what is right for the community, what is right for the learners, the students here, what is right for the community that she has built here. And make no mistake, the work that Bow Valley College does every single day is critical to the success of our community and to the success of people in our community. And that's why I was reflecting on the fact that we've always been this place of welcoming, this place of sanctuary, and most of all, this place of opportunity. The reason this place works, the reason this community works, you've heard me say it before, is because we believe in a very simple truth, a truth that is broken for too many in this world of ours. And that truth is just this: we're all in it together. Our neighbor's success is our success. Our neighbor's strength is our strength. And most important, our neighbor's failure is our failure. But in order for us to create this place of opportunity, this place where every single person, no matter what you look like or where you came from, no matter how you worship or whom you love, no matter your level of ability, where every single person has the opportunity right here, right now, to build a great Canadian life. It's a beautiful promise. It's one we get to work on, all of us, every single day. But it doesn't happen without dedicated community leaders and organizations like Bow Valley College who are in the business of creating opportunity for everyone every single day. And if you think back to 1997, if you think back to the old AVC, and you think about what it did, it educated people. It helped people get a start in life or move on if they'd had a setback in life. But what Bow Valley College does today, thanks to Sharon's leadership, is it's in the business of creating opportunity for everyone. Whether your family's been here for thousands of years or you just arrived here from a refugee camp and you're struggling to find your place in this new world. You walk into those beautiful halls, you see that great gumball portrait of me, just saying, and you realize this is a place where I belong. This is a place for me. And this is a community that cares enough to invest in me. That's really deep. It's really profound. And it doesn't happen everywhere in this world. And you know, I always say that change happens because of everyday people using their everyday hands and their everyday voices and their everyday hearts to make extraordinary change. And that's true. Every single one of us needs to use our everyday hands. But sometimes we need to be inspired by extraordinary leaders who make us even better for the work that we do for others in the community. And one of those people is Sharon Carey. I'm a very, very, very lucky guy. I get to be mayor of the best city in the world. I get not one but 2 football teams in national championships this weekend, and I get to go watch them both. Thank you for not having a football team, Sharon, because that would really divide my loyalties in a way that I wouldn't want to do. Plus, they're very expensive. But I also get to live my life with gratitude. I get to live my life with gratitude that I get to live in a place where people are concerned with doing extraordinary things for one another, where people are concerned with creating opportunity for one another. And today I am particularly grateful. And I'm particularly grateful because I'm lucky enough to live in a city with Sharon Carey in it. Congratulations, Sharon.
Thank you, Mayor Nenshi. Your words are very meaningful to us. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's evident that Sharon has done so much for our province, our city, and especially for our learners. That's been her focus, unrelentingly, passionately. I'd now like to call upon a recent learner, now an alumna, Sienna Holden. Sienna graduated from the Justice Studies program, majoring in youth justice, in June of this year. She was a star student, receiving the Premier Scholarship and the Minister of Advanced Education Award in her final semester. Today, she's employed at the Elizabeth Fry Society as a youth legal information specialist. She's also joined the theatre as an accomplished actor and will be playing the character Mephistopheles in the production Dr. Faustus, which opens next week here in Calgary. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Sienna Holden.
I just have to find the binder. Perfect. Good evening, President Carey, members of Parliament, ministers, members of the Legislative Assembly, Mayor Nenshi, councillors, chief, elder, college board members and executive, sponsors, and fellow guests. I am very honored to have the opportunity to join all of you in celebrating the career of President Carey. It means a lot to be able to share about the impact that this amazing woman has had on my life during my time at Bow Valley College, as well as the lives of the students on other campuses across Alberta. As I speak tonight, anxiety around the events shaping our current world keep bringing me back to one question. What are the essential qualities that an individual looks for in a leader? Whether we are in Canada or the United States, there currently seems to be a dichotomous answer to that question. And it's probably too much to explore in one night, but if you'll indulge me, I would like to share some of the qualities that I admire and regard highly in the leaders that I see around me. Qualities that really exemplify the leader that I have seen in President Carey. And I got very creative and I made up an acronym, LEADER, leader. So L is for listen. A leader understands that their power comes not from what they say, but how well they hear. When you listen, you create opportunities to start a dialogue with other people and grow from what you collectively are to what you could be. President Carey's extraordinary achievements at Bow Valley College stand on this foundation of learning. Through hearing the need of the people around her, she created dozens of new programs at Bow Valley College and was able to double enrollment. E is for empathy. Walking the halls of Bow Valley College fills me with great pride. The varied kinds of education that people can attain there, the diverse makeup of the student population, and the success achieved in student journeys born out of perseverance and determination are not an accident. Empathy is required to empower students to achieve their dreams, and President Carey has shown that empathy time and again. You can see her heart when she speaks about the students and their struggles, and you can hear her passion when she celebrates their achievements. She has certainly celebrated mine. And Bow Valley College is not the only place she's extended this to. Through her work with Calgary Homeless Foundation and the United Way, President Carey has been a fierce champion for women and children and the marginalized in our community. She has discovered that our collective success only truly happens when we help those who have the least succeed on their own terms. This is empathy. A is for advocate. This ties into what I just spoke of, but it may be the quality that I feel most strongly about. It embodies everything that is essential in leadership. It is empathy in action, helping those that need it, creating a community where people feel safe and respected, striving to unite people through common ground and learn from diverse experience. As we have seen, and I'm sure will continue to see, President Carey has role modeled that behavior for her entire career. She has advocated for students every day for the last 4 decades, and that is simply tremendous to me. D is for dedication. I think we can all agree that President Carey has been extremely dedicated to education. Having worked at U of C, Mount Royal University, Olds College, and Bow Valley College, she has poured her life into making education accessible to people from all walks of life and from all over the world. Now, people come to Bow Valley College looking for opportunities to support their families and challenge themselves, and they are given that chance there to develop their skills, learn, and thrive. I came to Bow Valley College riding on a dream that I could be more, give more to the people around me. And Bow Valley College paved the road to help me achieving that dream, and that is thanks to the dedication of President Carey. E is for empowerment. A good leader knows simply feeding people will not solve the problem. They know that when people are taught to fish, they will be able to feed themselves for a lifetime. And at Bow Valley College, under President Carey's leadership, students have been enabled and empowered to achieve greater heights than they knew they were capable of. I know that I did. In my time at Bow Valley, I learned that I could strive higher, achieve more than I ever thought possible, and really lift up the people around me. President Carey's example empowered me to empower others, and that is how communities progress. And R is for respect. Respect is something that's so ardently desired, but it can be so difficult to give in return. And it's very humbling for me to witness a leader treat everybody in an organization, regardless of rank or station, with respect and dignity. I have witnessed President Carey interact this way numerous times, taking the time to hear people's concerns and see people for who they truly are, a human being who is worthy. Thank you, President Carey. I hope this shows you even a glimpse of the effect that you have had on the student population during your career. You have been truly inspiring. It has been an incredible privilege to have attended Bow Valley College under your superior leadership. I have been championed, I have felt respected, and my head is held high. And I look forward to going out into the world and making a difference with your example blazing the path before me. On behalf of the student body at Bow Valley College, please join me in celebrating this remarkable woman.